In just 3 months, I will train the RFZ sales team to build their online presence, turning each sales rep into a lead generating asset for the company so that the company can attract more inbound leads. Right now, it's known that in the UAE, agents with a personal brand versus agents without a personal brand will always win, simply because they're seen more, heard more, and trusted more. Let's take Remy Nicole for example. She's built her personal brand underneath the company that she works with, and because of that, she's closing most of the deals. And we can replicate the same thing inside of RFZ. And during this time, I will document my journey working with RFZ, working as a sales rep, potentially adding a face to the brand or becoming a representative of the brand, building a community online and building more trust. We can see an example of this with Ishmael Baker. Ishmael Baker is a boy that moved to Dubai, worked with a real estate company at 18 years old. Now he's grown his following, he has his own inbound leads, closing his own deals, and people know of the company that he works with. And lastly, I will add more value to the company by sharing how we can increase lead flow, increase awareness, and increase client acquisition with both our real estate services and our corporate services. With this, I am proposing a 3-month trial working with RFZ to prove my value and prove what I can bring to the table. And if I am valuable and you guys like me, then we can negotiate what will be happening after the 3 months are over. If I prove useless, then you guys can kick me to the curb, say goodbye, and we never have to be in contact again. All that I would ask for in return is an accommodation, so somewhere to stay for the 3 months while working with RFZ, and a small salary. This is just so that I can travel to and from the office and so that I can eat, and I'm happy for you guys to deduct this from the commissions that I earn working with RFZ. So maybe that's on the corporate side or the real estate side. I'm more than happy for it to be deducted. This way the company earns back the money that they spend on myself and I make the company more money, so everybody wins. And once the 3 months are over, I'll be completely self-efficient. So you guys won't have to worry about me. I'll carry my own weight while still working with RFZ and providing value where I can. And you might be thinking to yourself right now, if I want to be a sales rep, why am I proposing that I train the sales team to build their online presence? Why am I saying that I will document the journey? Why am I proposing that I will provide more value to the company? I'm doing this so that I can prove that I can be an asset to the company, and later on down the line you guys will trust my decisions and trust my ideas. I'd like to do this so that I can earn my seat at the table when bigger decisions are being made about the future of RFZ. And honestly, just for myself, I would like to be a part of something much bigger than myself. And being a sales rep is fine, but we want to take it to a higher level. My name's Aaron David, 24 years old, from Northwest London, and I've worked with companies like the Gym Group. We created a marketing campaign for them to execute. In the past, myself and my business partner, we had a marketing agency which we grew to 10K a month whilst being mentored by a multi-millionaire business owner. At just 21, I was nominated at a business event for the youngest, hardest working entrepreneur. And in the last year, I've gained over 5 million views online, and I'm confident that we can replicate the same results and the same viewership with RFZ. If you would like to click off the video now, I'm more than happy for you to do so because I respect your time. But for the rest of the video, I'm going to go over what training would look like, what the documentation would look like, and what the value would look like whilst me being inside of RFZ. Now, when it comes to training the RFZ sales team to build their online presence, one of the things that we have to take into consideration is that people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So as a company, if we can create more people that's on our team that the marketplace can know, like, and trust, naturally the more leads that the company is going to attract. The more people know about us, the more people trust us, the more people are aware of us, the more leads that we can get, and in turn, more clients, more conversions. And as I mentioned before, in the last year, I've created over 5 million views online, and I'm more than happy to teach the RFZ sales team on how they can have some success online, bringing more success to the business. The aim or idea is to get the sales team to be able to generate their own leads, and they don't have to rely on leads from the company. Warm leads will always close easier than cold leads, and I know you guys know that. Now, in terms of documenting my own journey, it will allow me to build a new audience that will be indirectly familiar with the company RFZ. It will allow me to build a community online that are familiar with RFZ, and it will allow me to close and achieve my own leads so that the company can still make money. Essentially, it's a free form of human marketing. You guys don't need to do any work. I'll do all the heavy lifting. I just need a platform from you guys. And I know that documentation content does extremely well on social media. We can see this with Ishmael Baker, who moved to Dubai when he was 18 and started working for a real estate company. We know this because we see people like Remy Nicole. And I also have a friend of mine called Tyler. When he was working with his company in the UK and started documenting his journey and building his personal brand underneath the business or the company brand, it started to explode. The company started to receive more business. The company started to fly him out to speak at events. He essentially became a representative for the company because of the success that the documentation content was achieving. Documentation content not only brings more awareness and more business, all that cool stuff, but it also creates a human-centric brand because your audience in the marketplace has a face that they can attach to the brand. And lastly, for the extra piece of value, I would like to be a part of RFZ's content strategy. I already have experience when it comes to content. I used to be a videographer. I also used to be a dronographer. I also create my own content, and I have a strategy in place that RFZ could implement right now. It's just about sharing it with you guys. Overall, my aim is to achieve a 3-month trial with RFZ, provide you guys with as much value as possible, and eventually join the RFZ table. And if you guys are unsure how committed I'm going to be to the cause, just to let you know, to record videos like this, to have a whiteboard set up and light set up, I removed my bed. So I don't even have a bedroom. I have a mini content office / room, and I have a mattress that I sleep on, right? And that's just to make videos like this. So when it comes to the company, when it comes to the growth of RFZ and implementing these strategies, I'm all for it. I'm 10 toes deep. Best case scenario, the sales team's performance improves, the lead gen in the business increases, and we take up a bigger share of the marketplace. Worst case scenario, I'm useless and you guys can just kick me to the curb. But yeah, that's enough from me. I hope to hear back from you guys as soon as possible. Also, thank you Flomzy, thank you Ace, thank you Imran, and thank you Ali for the opportunity as well.